And turn has advanced.
Indeed it has. Let's watch it.
Watching.
Let's
Oh, he
see
deployed stuff to Volga.
if
Okay.
things go well. That's not so well.
No! He got the 80%.
He predicted my... Well, I guess... Yeah, it's a prediction. He
Yeah,
predicted...
he did. But
He is in Baltic states. He didn't combo with Scandinavia.
he hasn't moved out of Volga yet.
Oh, no. This
Oh
doesn't
no,
look
he
good.
did. I think he predicted it.
He lost 2 in Magadan. That's not good. Oh, my 2 didn't take his 2. Darn it. No! My guy's just suicided. Oh, great. Well, the good news is this. The bad news, I didn't get a card piece, so they have a card. I mean,
turn?
no.
Oh.
They will get a card this next turn.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see. He's got his bonus. You lost yours. You're down to 5. He's still got a 9. But they see me coming from the other side now because he comboed it with Eastern Europe.
Yeah. So, you can either you can hit Baltic states with up to 13, or you can go to Ukraine and finish Russian Far East.
Either way, I get a double border on him.
Yeah, if the thing is, he can defend Baltic states though. If he places all 9 there and has 10, he can defend it. I mean, you'll get a good kill rate, but that's
what
it.
What are you thinking of doing? Because
I'm thinking
if he does that, then
I'm thinking of pressuring him.
At the moment, you're the more immediate threat because you're the one with a double border on his bonus still.
Yeah, I'm thinking of hitting Volga with 8, making it second move though, so that hopefully it will be delayed and he has an opportunity to try. I'm thinking he'll move to Komi Republic if he doesn't place guys there immediately.
May just place guys there.
Yeah. The thing is, he's got to worry about you now, so he's got a huge problem on his hands. In fact, you could, if you place 7 in Magadan, you could place 1 more in East Central Europe. You could hit Ukraine with 4 and Baltic with 2. And that, if he doesn't defend Baltic, then
I'll be able to get up to 11 income next turn, but he could.
He'll have a card.
Yeah. If he predicts that and tries to take Ukraine and stuff, that doesn't really make sense.
It's possible.
Yeah, but he doesn't gain a whole lot from that because you just break his bonus. Because I'm not bordering his bonus doesn't help him any.
True. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, for him to take Ukraine, that's
if
a
he's going
pretty
to
big
defend
gamble.
me from bordering his bonus and still lose the bonus, then there's no point in him preventing me from bordering his bonus. Because it's not his bonus anymore. So yeah, I mean,
I don't know what
honestly, I think
do.
they have to gift this turn if they want to really stand a chance. Because if he defends against you, then I get a double or triple border on him. And then he's totally screwed next turn. If he defends against me, then he loses his bonus against you this turn. He's... I mean, he's in a crappy position overall.
Yeah, but he does have a shot, though, if he plays this right, because they'll get a card next turn. If he plays this really well, he could just win the game for them next turn. If he successfully defends us this turn, and then next turn uses the card effectively, that puts him in a pretty good spot. And that definitely gives them a good chance to win the game. The thing is, he's just got to play it perfectly. If he doesn't...
What would he need to do to play it perfectly?
He would need to defend me in Volga, keep you from getting a double border on him in West Russia, and that... Or, well, either do that. He'd definitely need to defend me in Volga this turn. He'd also need to defend me next turn and defend you next turn. And if you get a triple border on him this turn...
But how would he... Oh, okay, he would have to get the card piece by taking Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not hard for him to get a card piece here unless I place guys in Noyabursk and Khanty-Mansisk. But he could still, like... well, I guess that really would limit his options, wouldn't it? Uh, I guess that is something we could do if I place 2 or 3 in each of those.
Breaking
But
his bonus is more important than
yeah,
slowing a card piece.
I agree. I agree. I think this might work though. This move to Volga, it has a good chance of working, and the reason it does is because right now he knows I don't have any delay, except maybe one guy, and he may be able to know about that. Well, he should just expect that, honestly.
Yeah.
Other than that, he knows I won't really have any delay. I could place guys around and move them, and I guess I've done that before, so he could expect that, but...
And he doesn't really have any other leftovers as well to use for delay. I mean, he's got the guy in Gulf of Ob, but that's really it.
The thing is, if he defends Volga, I don't know, that just seems... It seems like if he defends Volga and Komi, then he's giving me a chance to take back Ural, which that's the case. He may not care so much about that, but he's neglecting Eastern Europe, and he's just giving you a triple border.
Well, that's the correct play for him to make, I think. I mean, that's the best play for him to make, because that he guarantees. Well, he doesn't. Well, he might. Yeah, he could guarantee it, I think, with his 9 income. He guarantees another 4 income next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that he gifts Gulf of Bob to his teammate, well, he'd have to put like 2 guys there to prevent you from taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Which might be spreading himself too thin. I don't know. If he does that, they get a card piece. Well, he wouldn't get a card piece in that situation, actually.
Well, no, he would just delay hits into Sverdlovsk.
He doesn't have any delay.
Oh, well, he can add moves between Volga and Komi.
The thing is, though, with also putting 2 guys in Gulf of Ob, he can't use those guys for delay.
Yeah, 7 guys still to work with, though.
But how many are you're attacking with? Okay, he could end up with 6 in all. If he puts 5 incoming, probably 1 in the other one, 2 in Gulf of Ob. He'd still have another guy.
Yeah, so he could still do it. It's definitely possible. He could guarantee the defense of his bonus.
Yeah.
The only issue with that is, then he'll be giving you a triple border, and it's pretty much guaranteed you'll break him next turn, because you'll have 11 income. He'll have 14 to work with. I think that
they're kind of forced into that situation, though. I mean, there is no practical way for him to sustainably defend this bonus. So I think the best course of action for him would be to guarantee defending it this turn,
and
then gift his teammate Gulf of Ob, have his teammate basically pressure you for elimination in the region, and then he just starts building up a stack and going through Norway, I guess.
That does sort of make sense. I could see that. But
I think that would be their best course of action right now, their biggest shot.
Probably.
Doing something useful, I mean,
let's see if they do it.
Another possibility might be gifting Yeon, like either West Central Russia or Northwest Russia. One of the territories near me, and having Yeon fight against me while Math Wolf fights against you. But that means he breaks his own bonus, guaranteed.
The only issue is he's giving you Eastern Europe as well.
Well, not if he gifts his teammate like West Central Russia, which has a double border on Eastern Europe.
Well, West Central Russia would mean he loses his bonus immediately.
Yeah. He loses his bonus immediately to give his teammate a chance to break into our area while he fights you in Ural.
No, I don't think he'll do that. They won't. The only way he'd do a West Central Russia placement gift if he placed guys there this turn to ensure that you couldn't just take him next turn.
Well, remember they're getting a card piece next turn.
Yeah,
next turn. And they would.
Oh, you're right.
Probably know that you didn't get a card piase.
Well, yeah.
They saw all your income and everything.
Well, they might not necessarily know what happened.
Not know for certain
with my East Canada, that other place.
Yeah, you're right.
They can guess it.
He might have missed a card piece there.
Yeah, they can say he might have, but they don't really know for certain.
Yeah.
But that's not relevant, though. The point
But
is
they
we
would. I
didn't.
mean, I think they could be reasonably certain that he's going to stay alive.
Yeah,
Because they would think that I'm going to stay at 8 income because I would put all my income into Eastern Europe. I might finish Eastern Europe if they think that. So I might go up to 10. But he would be at 11. He would have the card for 16 deployable income. He would be up to 17. Even if I deployed all 8 there this turn, and then all 8 next turn, plus the card next turn, I still wouldn't be able to eliminate him.
Hmm.
So even in the best case for us, I couldn't eliminate Yeon next turn if he uses the card. So I think it's a valid possibility for them to do that. And if they do that, then I think Math Wolf would put a lot in Gulf of Ob and Volga, and try to basically do as much damage to you as possible. He would try to kill your stack in Sverdlovsk, and then take over Novosibirsk and Khanty-Mansiysk, basically even leaving you with only a single territory in the region.
Yeah, they could do that. That I could totally see that happening.
Now, obviously this might be total crazy talk or something like that.
Well,
From their perspective, we have no guarantee that they're going to be viewing it the same way. That's how we use gift cards. Not everybody else uses gift cards with the same perspective.
the issue is like for him to be able to. Wait, are you talking about Yeon doing damage to me in Ural? Or Math Wolf? I was thinking Math Wolf.
In the second case, in the first case, Yeon.
I'm thinking that's a very real possibility for Math Wolf this turn. I mean, the only issue is Komi Republic. I mean, for him to do that reasonably,
it all depends on what they think they want to do about the gift card. Because if they put the gift card in Gulf of Ob, then yeah, he's going to want to defend Western Russia. But if they do the gift card in West Central Russia to break their own bonus, then they don't care about defending it.
Yeah, that's true. And you could go for Ural then.
Republic, yeah.
I could see that. I could totally see that. The only issue is they know I can blockade Tayuman this turn.
Do you want to do that?
No, okay. I don't really want to. But the point is they know I can. So they know it's a big risk to try and go for Ural this turn. Or they should anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I guess I could do it. I guess I could just move one guy over to Tayuman. The only issue is then I'd only be hitting Volga with like 7. Makes it less likely.
Yeah. Now, the one thing is, though, the two situations that I was talking about, those are moves that I think would be good from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily what they might do. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, they might just think, okay, so you're bordering them with 4. He's got a stack of 5 next door. You're not going to attack that. You're going to go after Komi Republic with everything you have. So he might just put everything there. However, he doesn't want to leave his territory up into me, so I mean, he's in a crappy position, as I said earlier. There's not a whole lot he can really do. There's nothing he can do to sustainably defend his bonus.
Yeah, on your side anyway.
I think that the best course of action that they could possibly take is to gift Yeon West Central Russia, and then just pressure you in Ural. That would be the best course of action in my opinion, that they could make.
Possibly, yeah.
Because Yeon could fight for me and easily break into East Central Europe because he'd have a double border, and then I would be at great risk of potentially losing Western Europe. Yeon's not risking any of his bonuses, and if the situation between Math Wolf and you goes into Math Wolf's favor, he can just take Western Russia back from Yeon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, then, do you think I should try and blockade Tayuman then?
I don't think that will really help them much. I mean, you're in a crappy situation just like Math Wolf is.
Yeah.
And you've already lost your bonus, which obviously
sucks.
Is the worst part, because it restricts you so much this turn.
Yeah, my
So
moves
much more
last
different.
turn were way too predictable. I don't like that. I hate it when I get into that sort of complacent mentality where I'm like, herp-a-derp, well, I guess I'll just do this and
Well,
herp-a-derp.
I think that was more of, oh, he's gonna think I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna do this instead, and he's gonna be like, okay, he might do this or this, so I'm gonna think he's gonna do this, and it's
Well,
not necessarily
no,
predictability as it is
no.
outguessing each other. It's
It,
outguessing each other.
well,
That's what
no,
it is.
that's well on my end it was not. I was I sh- it
Oh,
the
you
position I'm
didn't. Okay,
in.
I see what you mean.
The position I'm in, it was I needed to go for something off the wall, something something that's not a solid move necessarily because he's got a double border. Sorry, he's got a triple border compared to my double border, and he's got an income lead, just of one, but it's
Yeah, I
significant
see
when
what
it
you
comes
mean.
to low incomes. The only way I really had a shot to get this done was to do something that doesn't seem apparent. Like the moves in Sverdlovsk, they were just obvious. I had all my leftovers surrounding there. I mean, it's clearly, it's just too easy. It's too simple. It's too expected and too, I guess, too. What's the term I'm looking for? Where somebody it's too, I guess it is another word for easy. It's just it's too easy for me to do. I mean, I move everything there, sit around, and then hit him last move. In Volga, it's too simple, and I don't agree with that sort of play. I should have done something like place everything in Gulf of Ob and hit Komi Republic, because I mean, who would expect that, really?
True. I see what you mean. But the thing is, though, we would expect that. And we would have prepared for that like we did in that other game, and then no, they just hit do the obvious move and it fucks us over.
Yeah, well, it happens. I mean, anyway.
So maybe we're the only team that overthinks it that much. But we assume those possibilities, but we don't actually do those possibilities ourselves very often. We do sometimes.
Like right now, I mean, he shouldn't expect this, but
Yeah, I mean the obvious move is to hit Komi Republic. But he does have the option of guaranteeing both
well,
a defense in both as
it's
well.
it's either to hit Komi Republic or to blockade and Tayuman.
Or to just ignore him completely and just finish your bonus.
You mean Gulf of Ob?
Yeah, that's another possibility. If you want to think about off the wall,
Charge!
then yeah.
No, anyway, he should be using his last moves to hit out just because, but I mean, yeah. I don't know what else. I guess, man, I just don't like only having two moves. But
But yeah, for me at least, I'm thinking I do agree with finishing Russian Far East, so that in the event of Yeon getting West Central Russia, I'll have 11 income to fight. To fight against him.
he will have a card, so he'll have 16 to work with.
Yep. If I do find him in West Central Russia, basically I'm just retreating to East Central Europe with everything. Next turn, really, that's the best I can do. The guy in France, I'm thinking of sending it down to Iberian Peninsula so I can give it to you.
Well, you've also got to try to break Math Wolf with something small.
Well,
Assuming you have Baltic
this is if
and
I see him in
Ukraine.
West Central Russia.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I agree. I could probably hit Southwest Russia with 2 or something, or Northwest Russia,
Or both.
something, or both.
Hopefully I get Volga.
Volga would be nice.
And hopefully our 8 takes a 5 this time. Last time, yeah, you remember the all-in glamorous game. Yep.
Yep.
You remember your
Well,
8? Yep.
He might just put one guy there. I mean, he's got it. Depending upon what he's trying to do, he has extra income. Unless
Yeah.
he's trying to defend against me in
If he places 1 and
in
5,
Baltic states.
if he places 5 in Komi, 1 in Volga, and 2 in Gulf of Ob, he could do it, and he'd still have a guy left over.
Yeah.
And he could still take a territory, but that's a little risky. He'd have to do transfers around Volga and Komi, and then hit last move into Novosibirsk or Khanty-Mansisk.
Yeah.
But it's definitely doable. Or he could just try and hit my stack in Sverdlovsk or something. The only issue with that is then he's giving up Komi. The gift in West Central Russia is very likely. Although, still, for him, that's yuck. Yuck. Anyway.
What about the possibility of you just retreating those guys to Tayuman, blockading, and then expanding in eastern Canada?
The issue...
You totally giving up in the area, but it does let you get a bonus, and you would eventually be able to go and fight in South America.
Yeah, the only issue with that is that I'm afraid that he would... Oh, man. I'm just afraid that he would be able to defend his bonus next turn when you got to him.
If he doesn't gift to Yeon, then there's no hope for him.
No, I'm saying if he does gift to Yeon.
Where would he gift?
In West Central Russia.
Then he loses his bonus immediately.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it's only a temporary loss. Because Yeon will have 16 income to work with, and you've got nothing, basically, in Ukraine and Baltic States.
Well, we will know that we will have the card the following turn.
Yeah.
So I won't necessarily need to deploy everything in East Central Europe that turn, because I'll have the card after that. So I'll have 16 the turn after. So that turn, I can definitely attack both Southwest Russia and Northwest Russia with a few, and then just put guys in East Central Europe, and then the following turn defend that.
True.
So I think that I could break into his bonus and maintain a presence there. The issue is you would obviously not be there, and it would be really slow before you got way down to southern South America.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, but...
You would basically be out of the game for like 6 or 7 turns.
Yeah, I don't really know if I like that. Ugh. See, what I was thinking about was I could place a guy in Tayuman and blockade it, and there would still be a blockade of 10 there. And even if I was eliminated from the area, it wouldn't necessarily be a problem. But it would definitely ruin my expansion in East Canada, that's true. So, give and take. Give and take.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Neither am I. I mean, we have options. We just need to figure out which one's the best. Do we really think, how likely do we think that you are to break into Volga? Well, honestly, I'm not sure if it is that high. It's pretty low.
Yeah. It relies on him not expecting it.
It relies on him giving up the territory.
Yeah, basically. It relies on him moving that stuff out of position because he wants to either defend Eastern... Well, dang, man. Ugh. The thing is, though, I don't know. Because of the way last turn was, I feel the urge to make up for it. Because I don't like the fact that I did something so predictable. So I want to do something off the wall because I want to see it work.
So you don't think just attacking him again is predictable?
No, attacking him in Volga is definitely not predictable. I mean, they can prepare for it because it's an option. But I don't think they'll predict it, no.
But will they prepare for it?
It's very possible he could prepare for it. The issue is, if they think along the same lines we did, where gifting Central Russia, or West Central Russia is a good idea.
So let's project a few turns into the future.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't break into Volga,
Mm-hmm.
you lose half your stack or whatever. Well, you lose 3 guys between 3 and 4, and then he has, let's say, 2 guys there, 5 guys in Komi Republic, and a couple in Gulf of Ob. Maybe he took Novosibirsk, or no, and the other one, Noyabursk.
Mm-hmm.
What would we do the next turn?
What would we do at that point? Well, you'd have to bust into him.
Oh, what
Uh,
would your turn be? Would you just be expanding in East Canada?
no, I would be blockading in Ural at that point.
So why not blockade this turn?
Well, I know that's what I was saying,
it's
was
like,
blockading, and I could blockade in Tayuman.
it's just, I don't know if you can really have a useful impact in that area anymore. I mean, really, losing your bonus crippled you that badly is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it did. Because he's got like double my income basically.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have, well, depending on, if they use the gift this turn or not, he'll have the ability to use 14 guys next turn. So that's gonna be a big deal.
And there's no guarantee that you'll even be able to safely blockade next turn, because if he takes Kanti Mansisk instead of Noyabursk, then Tayuman can't really be safely blockaded.
No, he'll take Kanti Mansisk. I was assuming that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm thinking I should blockade this turn in Tayuman, most likely. The only issue is if I take Volga, number one, if I take Volga, I don't need to blockade Tayuman. See, the thing is, yeah. If they play this correctly and they defend Volga and Komi Republic, or just Volga, whatever, then he's basic. I mean, I'll blockade in Tayuman. And I will. I guess I have a shot at just being eliminated in Sverdlovsk if he hits from Komi and Volga. No, not really. No, I don't. I can't be eliminated at that point unless he places everything in Volga.
Hmm.
See, man. I just hate I just hate missing out on what I see as an opportunity in Volga, because I mean, I know he could prepare for it. It's very possible he could. It's very easily possible he could. And he could still do okay. He could still take Noyabursk and Kanti Mansisk. The only issue is, if he guarantees defense of Volga and Komi, then
he's not gifting this turn.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's just, then I want to stay in this position. I still would like to hit him because I'd like to put the pressure on him there. Or I guess he could still gift in Gulf of Ob, but,
Well, in that case, you're not losing Kanti Mansisk, most likely.
Or at least Noyabursk. He could still hit Kanti Mansisk. Although, he'll probably hit something to get a card. But anyway, it's just what's he gonna do with this? I mean, really, he's if he does defend Volga, then of course this is a bad move to hit him in Volga, and in that case, I should have just expanded in East Canada and blockaded Tayuman. If he tries and hits Sverdlovsk, then of course this is also a bad move, because he'll nail it and knock down the stack, and neither of us, well, I guess he could still take something from Gulf of Ob and do the same thing, or he could just take for Sverdlovsk if he delayed it a little bit. Although, what would he delay it behind? Maybe... Ugh. I mean, it seems like in that case he's risking losing Komi Republic. Wouldn't be a big deal if he gifted West Central Russia, but still.
Hmm.
Man.
Yeah, I just don't think that you can reliably break him.
Well, I know it's not reliable. The thing
it's
is,
like if it's so, it's so unreliable that I don't think it's worth even attempting. Is what I'm saying.
yeah,
I think that it's better for the long-term game for you to work on East Canada.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you stay over there and keep fighting, then eventually I'm going to be going into the Azores and then towards South America.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to be over there, then you can do that. It is slow. It does take like 6 turns before you actually border its bonus. But I think it might be worth it. I mean, it's kind of sucks. We still do have the gift card. So I could totally just gift you another spot over there after you get your bonus.
True. That is true. Although at that point, well, yeah, it would be slow going to South America, so you could give me a spot, yeah. All right, well, yeah, I'm convinced. I will not make the attempt in Volga Komi, unfortunately. So I'll place a guy in Tyumen. I am not sure if I should just place everything in Nova Scotia.
Might as well.
I'm also thinking about hitting Komi first move, by the way.
At this point, you might as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it should be 2 or 3 though. And then,
If he's going to defend, he's going to defend with more than enough.
Yeah, so just make it 2.
Make it 2.
I'll do a transfer only to my other place to do a blockade there. I am going to do a blockade. It'll be at least 10, preferably 15.
Yeah.
Or I guess I don't need it to be bigger than 10, do I? Is 10 big enough, you think?
Yeah, I think 10 would be big enough.
Okay, I'll move the 1 to Cantium and Sisk and see if he hits it with 2 and fails.
Okay.
And I will go to New Brunswick with 5. Work on East Canada. Try and finish that up. Oh well. Dang. I just... Watch him not place anything in Volga. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. And it turns out... Just...
Yeah, I mean...
I will be so frustrated. It will be... Oh, God. Like, why? Why? Why did you have to convince me to do the reasonable thing, Matthew? Come on.
I'm sorry. I just prefer to play it safe than risk giving him Ural without you able to blockade it.
Alright, well, anyway, I'm ready to commit.
I have committed.
Alright, I've committed too.
Turn has advanced.